Yo, stop scrolling. This ain't no regular rap news. This is career-ending, industry-shaking, silence-breaking type drama. And I'm about to tell y'all something the labels, the streets, and the suits do not want out. Word is, MO3's own manager might have been MIC'd up the entire time. Yeah, you heard me. Like, the whole time. Not just one convo. We talking studio sessions, tour stops, late-night car rides, and even private arguments where MO3 started questioning people's loyalty. But it gets darker. Sources close to the situation, real close, say a hidden recorder was running weeks before MO3 was gunned down, and what it caught might be the real reason MO3 didn't make it out. And get this, there's allegedly audio of MO3 saying, "Why you always got that thing on? You trying to protect yourself or protect a story?" The room went silent after that. The mic didn't. What's on that tape could flip the entire Dallas rap scene upside down. Names, motives, conversations that should have never left that studio. And here's the part that'll really mess you up. Insiders say this might not be a leak. It might be a release. Somebody close to the camp. They try to make sure the truth gets out, one clip at a time. If this is true, somebody knew everything before it went down, and they let it happen. Was MO3 being watched by his own people? Were his final moves recorded, backed up, and sent off before he ever stepped on that freeway? This ain't just a betrayal. This might be a setup caught on tape. We got the timeline, the audio, the receipts, and if you keep watching, you're gonna hear what they never wanted you to hear. The story starts long before the headlines, before the freeway, before the chaos. And if you ask the right people, the ones who were in the room, not just online, they'll tell you the truth didn't start the day MO3 died. It started weeks before, inside a studio, with one red light blinking in the corner that nobody paid attention to, except one man. See, MO3 wasn't just making music, he was making moves, major ones. He was negotiating bigger deals, linking with bosses out in Atlanta, even getting attention from major TV networks for a documentary. But the closer he got to mainstream light, the darker the shadows around him got. He started moving different, canceling sessions last minute, pulling up with fewer people, sometimes just him and one trusted engineer. And when fans started asking why he wasn't going live like he used to, insiders say it wasn't random, he didn't trust his phone. Didn't trust his people. The tension was thickest with his manager. Let's call him T. They'd been locked in for years. T was there when MO3 was still handing out CDs outside clubs. He handled bookings, press, features, a familiar face in every green room. But over time, MO3 started seeing cracks. One source close to the Empire Records situation told me straight, MO3 was asking for accounting. He wanted to know where his tour money went, features too, and every time he asked, the room got quiet. That's when the first real confrontation happened. According to an anonymous assistant who claimed to be in the building that day, MO3 pulled aside after a rehearsal and said, "You think I don't know you recording me?" T reportedly laughed it off, but the way his face dropped, the assistant said it wasn't acting. MO3 had seen something. Maybe it was the little black box left on a table. Maybe it was a wire poking through a shirt. Maybe it was just a vibe. But that night, MO3 didn't sleep. The next day, fans noticed something strange. MO3 wiped his IG stories, every one of them. He posted a black screen with one word: watchin'. Most thought it was promo. Insiders say it was a warning. See, this wasn't just paranoia. There were whispers in the streets that someone close to MO3 had been backdooring, passing info to the wrong circles, dudes he wasn't even cool with. And when MO3 brought it up to his inner circle, the reactions weren't denial, they were quiet. And then came the studio session, Empire Studios, Room B, 2 days before MO3's last Instagram Live. There were only 4 people in the room that night. MO3T, a female singer laying down hooks, Ari, and an engineer who's since gone completely offline. Now here's the part that ain't public yet. That room had a backup security mic in the ceiling. Most don't even know it exists. It's meant to record ambient audio in case of equipment failure or legal issues. It's not connected to the booth feed. It's separate. And that night, it was allegedly on. The recording never aired officially, but pieces of it leaked in a private Reddit group that's since been shut down. Multiple users confirmed hearing Mo3 say, "You gon' sit here and act like you don't know what I'm talking about? I saw the email. I saw it. Why you got a file named mo3_final.wave on your laptop?" Then silence. Some say the clip was fake. Others swear it was real. What's known is that within hours of the leak, a cease and desist letter hit 2 creators' inboxes. Not from a label, not from an attorney, from a private security firm based in Houston. The next day, MO3 posted what would be his last story. A short video, him sitting in a car, no music, no talking, just looking dead into the camera, shaking his head. Caption: loyalty is just a word. And then, nothing. Here's where things get colder. T did an interview a few weeks after MO3 passed. Real emotional, voice cracking, tears. He said, "I wish I could go back. I was his brother." But what fans noticed? In the background, on a desk behind him, was a digital recorder, the same model used for studio backup audio. People zoomed in, posted side by sides. It was undeniable. Then someone, no one knows who, uploaded a zip file titled mo3sessions_raw to a hidden file sharing site. Inside, dozens of audio files, most just silence or music drafts. R but one, marked B2_conflict_final. 6 minutes, partially corrupted. What's left plays like a thriller. MO3's voice. "I trusted you, and you sold me out for what? Some clout? A cut? I ain't dumb, T." Then a loud bang. Not a gun, just something falling over. T's voice, quiet, nervous. "You don't understand, bro. I didn't have a choice." And then clip ends. You think that didn't set the internet on fire? Twitter exploded. Hashtag Mo3 was recorded, trended. Fans split down the middle. One side screaming setup, the other saying fake drama, edited audio. But the damage was done. The doubt was in. And guess what happened next? A new Instagram popped up, 0 posts, 0 followers. Username @T_wasn't_ready, the bio? Dropbox coming soon. Within 2 hours, it had 30,000 followers. By morning, gone, deleted, wiped, not disabled, deleted. But before it vanished, it posted one thing, a 7-second voice memo. Mo3 again. When they hear this, I hope they remember who let me die. People still argue about that clip. Was it edited, old audio, AI, or was it real? And the biggest question of all, who had access to that footage? Who's leaking this? Some think it's MO3's cousin, who was allegedly at that same studio days later and refused to speak on what he heard. Others think it's the female engineer, who hasn't posted in nearly 2 years and was known for keeping backups. And then, randomly, T's ex-girlfriend popped up in a TikTok. No context, just holding up a voice recorder and mouthing, "I told you he records everything." Comments went wild. Is that the same device? Drop the tape. Was she involved? She's since deleted the account. Too late. People screen recorded everything, and now we're left with pieces, fragments, audio that may or may not be real, emails that may or may not have been sent. But one thing nobody can deny, Mo3 didn't trust the people around him, and if what's being whispered is true, he had good reason not to. Because if someone really was recording him secretly, if someone in his own circle knew what was coming and hit record anyway, then the biggest betrayal in Dallas rap history wasn't just in the streets, it was in the studio, with a blinking red light, and a mic that never stopped listening. The question now is, who still has those files? And what happens when the full tape drops? Keep watching. The truth ain't done talking. It didn't take long for the whispers to turn into wildfire. Within 48 hours of that leaked studio snippet, the streets of Dallas weren't just talking, they were buzzing like a speaker about to blow. People started checking old interviews, pulling up Mo3's past lives, and dissecting every move his manager T made like this was a true crime doc in real time. Every side eye, every pause, every nervous laugh. It all looked different now, like the truth had been sitting right there, hidden behind smiles and contracts. And then came the first live that shook the entire city. A female rapper out of Fort Worth, known for being close to Mo3 before he blew, went live on Instagram. No glam, no filter, just raw pain in her face, eyes red, voice cracking. I told y'all that man was moving funny. Y'all said I was bitter, jealous. Nah, I was trying to save that boy's life. In the comments, fans begged her to explain what she meant. Or, she didn't drop names, but she said this: Mo3 ain't trust nobody at the end. He told me he felt watched, like someone knew where he was gonna be before he got there. That ain't no coincidence. Within minutes, Screen recordings of her live were everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, even bloggers who usually stayed away from Dallas drama started posting. Then something even crazier happened. A verified account posted a screenshot of a private email allegedly sent by T just 5 days before Mo3's death. The subject line, "Insurance audio backup." The email had a voice memo attached labeled Final Talk 11.05.WAV. People went insane. Was this the same audio clip MO3 mentioned in the studio confrontation? The one he accused of naming behind his back? Was it backing up their convos as insurance, just in case things went left? Reddit threads exploded. Digital detectives started analyzing T's old interviews, matching his voice cadence with the clip that had leaked. One user claimed they ran it through software and found a 96% voice match. Not confirmed, but enough to stir the pot. T tried to go quiet, but he couldn't escape the noise. He turned off comments on all his posts, deleted over 300 pictures from his Instagram, went from daily motivational captions to nothing but a blank PFP. But then, out of nowhere, he posted one single story, a dark room, just a voice saying, "Truth always come out eventually." That only made things worse. A few days later, Mo3's cousin, known in the city as Lil Snoop, popped up in a club. T was there too, and cameras were rolling. The clip hit Twitter first. Snoop's face was tight, fists clenched. The music in the background faded when the yelling started. "You had a mic on. You was recording my blood like a Fed?" T didn't respond, didn't deny it, just turned and walked straight out the building. Didn't even wait for security. Fans swore his hands were shaking. That moment sparked another wave. Fans started pointing fingers. Who else knew? Was this a one-man job, or were there others in the circle playing double sides? Then a blogger from Baton Rouge, who had less than 10,000 subscribers, dropped the bombshell. In a 14-minute video, he claimed he received an anonymous Dropbox link titled "Listen Fast." Inside, there was a file marked Room B, uncut.wav. The blogger said he was scared to play the whole thing, but he previewed the first 2 minutes. Mo3's voice came in, low and frustrated. "Don't tell me you didn't say that, but I got ears everywhere now." Tate's voice, "Bro, look, I was just covering myself. You paranoid." And then Mo3, "Nah, you covering yourself from me." That's the part you not saying. That alone had fans losing it. Was Mo3 really catching on that he was being monitored? And if he knew, why keep around? People started arguing online. Some said Mo3 was playing chess, keeping his enemies close. Others said he was trapped, financially, emotionally, maybe even contractually. But what happened next proved this wasn't just digital noise. A known Dallas studio engineer, someone with credits on multiple MO3 tracks, posted a series of now deleted tweets. One said, "Room B had a second mic, ain't part of the main board, was installed for safety after a client pulled a weapon in 2019. Only a few people knew." That tweet alone triggered a frenzy. Bloggers started requesting access logs. Fans pulled up blueprints. Someone even posted what looked like a floor plan showing a ceiling mic not connected to any booth equipment. Then the engineer posted one final tweet before disappearing. "That tape never should have been rolling. I never pressed record, asked." And just like that, his account was gone. Meanwhile, Mo3's mother broke her silence. She went live from her living room. No makeup, no setup, just tears. "My baby ain't paranoid. He knew what was going on. He told me. They watching me, mama. They smiling in my face, but they watching me. I didn't know what he meant. Now I do." The comments were flooded with love and heartbreak. Fans posted angel emojis, dove gifs, crying faces, but mixed in were questions, real ones. Why did Mo3 leave a will? Who has access to his unreleased vault? Was his death more than just street beef? And then came the next twist. An old burner account on Twitter suddenly started posting clips, small ones, nothing longer than 10 seconds, all marked with the same watermark, Tape 3. Each clip had distorted audio, but familiar voices. Mo3, T, sometimes others. In one you hear, "Stop playing, bro, you've been wired since Houston." Nah, it's just for backup. Nah, it's for them, not me. That one clip got 2.3 million views in under 24 hours. But here's the most chilling part. A user in the comments dropped this. "I used to clean that studio. He once told me, Nothing happens in here without me having a copy. I thought he meant contracts. And suddenly everything clicked. T wasn't just a manager, he was archiving everything. And for years, people started digging into MO3's old videos, finding scenes where T was always nearby with a bag or a laptop or some kind of equipment. One fan posted a thread showing T in 17 different videos, always within arm's reach of the artist, always watching. The last thread post, a zoomed in still of the holding a voice recorder during a behind the scenes vlog. Caption, "This ain't love, this was surveillance." By now, the city was in chaos. MO3's supporters were split. Some refused to believe was capable of betraying him. Others said the evidence was right there and we just missed it. Industry insiders started dropping cryptic tweets. This why I don't sign to nobody local. The call was coming from inside the studio. A deal was made long before that freeway chase. Even Boozy, who always claimed love for Mo3, tweeted, "I knew something was off. I just ain't want to believe it." He didn't elaborate. He didn't need to because the streets, they already believed it. By the end of the week, Mo3's name was trending again, not because of a new posthumous track, not because of a tribute, because fans truly believed they were one leak away from hearing the full truth. The entire internet held its breath, waiting, refreshing, everybody asking the same question: what's really on that full tape? And when, not if, but when it drops, who's going down with it? Nobody was ready for what dropped next. Not the fans, not the blogs, not even the industry people who had been trying to stay quiet since Mo3's name started trending again. Because just when it felt like the smoke was finally starting to clear, a full 10-minute clip leaked, and it blew everything wide open. This wasn't just a snippet. It wasn't muffled background noise or distorted voice notes passed around in Telegram groups. This was raw, unfiltered, and devastating. The file hit a private Discord server first, then Reddit. Then within minutes, it was being screen recorded and posted on Twitter and TikTok under the tag hashtag Mo3FinalTape. And what was on that audio? It wasn't just shady, it was damning. Mo3's voice, tired but sharp, cut through first. "You still ain't told me what that folder is." Insurance? Insurance from who? T? Me? Then came his voice, low, unsteady. I needed to protect myself, man. MO3. From what? From me telling the truth? From me leaving? From me finding out you was feeding info to people who don't want me here? Then silence. And you could hear Mo3 breathing heavy. A chair creaked. A phone buzzed in the background. Then Mo3 again. You gonna answer that? Or you waiting on confirmation? And then the last voice. One fan's never heard before. Deep, distorted, unknown. We good on this end. He don't suspect how deep this goes. Click. Audio ends. People went into full meltdown. Who was that third voice? Who was on the other end of that line? Was it another artist? Someone tied to law enforcement? A street figure? Nobody knew, but everybody had theories. Blogs started dropping names, old enemies, former affiliates, even rappers who had beef with MO3 back in the day. Nobody was safe from the speculation. But then came the first confirmed twist. A known blogger from Houston posted screen recordings of a private Telegram chat where a user named Backdoorman45 claimed they had access to MO3's cloud login and multiple files recorded off-site. When pressed for proof, they dropped one file. The name, MO3 argument _ edited for court.wav. The title alone shook the internet. Was this being prepared for legal use? Was someone building a case? Or worse, covering tracks? And just like that, the rumors changed. This wasn't just betrayal. This wasn't just a mic and a tape. Now people were whispering conspiracy, something bigger. Like Mo3 wasn't just caught in street drama. He might have been caught in something way higher up. Meanwhile, Mo3's family was falling apart. His cousin Lil Snoop, who had already confronted T once, went live again, this time from a car, looking furious. I don't care what nobody say. If you still defending dude after that audio, you part of the problem. My cousin told y'all he knew what was coming. He ain't paranoid, he was being hunted, and somebody close was feeding the wolves. The live got over 2 million views in 24 hours. Then his sister, who had been silent through all of this, posted a now deleted tweet. They trying to make him look crazy in those clips. They edited out what he said after. They cut the part where he said, "If anything happened to me, look at T." That tweet went viral before it disappeared. Fans were now divided, not just in opinion, but in emotion. Some were heartbroken, others angry, and some straight up didn't believe any of it. He's gone. I'll let him rest. This is all clout chasing? There's no way someone so close could do this. Y'all really think the manager mic'd him? Come on. But for every doubter, there were receipts. One Twitter user dug up a 2019 interview Mo3 did in a parking lot after a show. Halfway through, he stopped the interview and looked off camera. Dead serious. Yo, don't record that part. I ain't trying to get set up on my own footage. Fans zoomed in. T was standing right there, holding a bag. Same bag spotted in multiple vlogs, sessions, even award shows. The bag became infamous. Memes started popping up with the caption, "What was in the bag, T?" The next twist hit from the most unexpected place. MO3’s ex, yes, the same woman who had posted the TikTok holding the voice recorder, came back online. This time, it wasn't a TikTok, it was an interview. Plus, she sat down with a smaller YouTube podcast and spilled everything. He was obsessed with control. He'd record convos with me, with his mom. He said he liked having evidence, just in case someone turned on him. The host asked her directly, did he ever mention Mo3 specifically? She paused, then nodded. He said, Mo3 be running his mouth too much. He don't even know I got insurance on him. I thought he meant music-wise. Now, I don't know. That quote went everywhere. People started demanding answers. The Dallas scene was in shock. Artists who used to post tributes went silent. Studios started scrubbing footage. One engineer deleted his entire YouTube page where MO3 had been featured. And then, out of nowhere, a second full audio clip dropped. This one, even worse. It was Mo3 again in the studio. As he's talking to someone fans still can't identify. He sounded calm, but you could hear the pain in his voice. I got a feeling I ain't making it out of this, but if I don't, make sure they know I wasn't dumb. I saw it all. The unidentified person responded, you want me to keep the files? Mo3, yeah, but don't drop them yet. Wait till they all lie. Then static, then silence. The clip was posted anonymously, stayed up for 3 hours, then vanished. Any reposts were hit with copyright claims from a private media company registered in Nevada, a company nobody ever heard of before. Things went nuclear. Fans flooded comments with fire emojis, crying emojis, heartbreak emojis. Mo3's face was on every timeline. Old videos started going viral again. Outside started trending like it just dropped. But this time, people weren't just vibing. They were investigating. Threads on Reddit reached hundreds of thousands of upvotes. Fans mapping Mo3's last known locations, studio timestamps, matching phone pings. One user even claimed to have matched T's voice on a different artist's song, where a similar insurance bar was quietly mumbled in the background. People weren't just listening to Mo3 anymore. They were listening for clues. And through it all, T stayed silent. Not a post, not a comment, not a denial, until one night his old Facebook page, long inactive, posted a story. Black background, one line. Mo3 knew too much. Nothing else. No name, no profile pic, no trace. Fans lost it. Was this real? Was it hacked? Was it sending a message or warning someone else? And just like that, new questions started forming. If Mo3 was being recorded, who else was? How far did these tapes go? What if other artists were being watched too? Because if this was bigger than just one man, one mic, one studio, then this wasn't just about Mo3 anymore. This was about every artist who ever sat in a room thinking they were safe, every conversation that was supposed to be private, every brotherhood that ended in betrayal. And as fans wait for the next drop, hoping, fearing, obsessing, one thing becomes more and more clear. This wasn't just a setup. This might have been an orchestration. And the conductor, he might still be watching, still recording, still waiting to drop his final track, because this story ain't even close to finished. The story was already too big to stop. Too many voices, too many leaks, too many people who had been quiet for years now suddenly remembering details, finding old messages, screen recording old calls. As the dam had cracked and now it was flooding. But what came next didn't just stir the pot, it tore the lid clean off. A new voice note dropped, not on Twitter, not on Reddit. It leaked through a close friends-only Instagram story from an account tied to one of Mo3's old producers. And somehow, fans got hold of it before it disappeared. Within minutes, it was everywhere. It starts with laughter. Mo3, lighthearted, joking around with someone in the studio. It sounds like an ordinary night. You hear a beat playing low in the background, him mumbling some melody. Then a pause. He lowers his voice. You ever feel like You being listened to even when you alone? The person with him laughs, says something about being paranoid. But Mo3 doesn't laugh back. Nah, Far, I caught to plugging in a mic that wasn't for the music. Oh, it said it was for reference. But it was under the desk, bro. Then silence. Real silence. He said it was for safety, but safety from who? I'm the only one that could hurt him, and I would never. That was it, just that moment, but it was enough. Enough to make even the skeptics start second-guessing everything. Enough to get people to look at their own manager sideways. Enough to make some local rappers start canceling sessions at Empire Studios entirely. And then, from the shadows, the most unexpected person spoke up. A woman Mo3 was rumored to be dating privately, never confirmed publicly, posted a long caption under a throwback photo of the two of them. In the post, she wrote, "He told me things I was too scared to believe at the time." He showed me a folder on his phone with voice memos labeled truth insurance. I begged him not to hold on to that stuff. I was scared. He said, if I die, they gon' know who did it. The comments were full of fire emojis and heartbreak, but one comment caught everyone's attention. A verified account known for being tied to Dallas street politics replied with 3 words. He knew everything. And just like that, fans were back in detective mode, searching the cloud, digging through old interviews. People started asking, where is Mo3's phone now? Who controls it? Where's his hard drive? And who's trying to keep certain files from leaking? Then a rumor exploded on Clubhouse. Someone claiming to be a former assistant said there was a second device Mo3 kept with him at all times, never connected to Wi-Fi, just a vault for audio. And when he died, it vanished. Never logged again, not found at the scene, not listed in evidence. What was on that second device? Nobody knew, but some believed that if it surfaced, it wouldn't just expose betrayal, it would expose names, dates, maybe even deals, ones made without MO3's knowledge, ones that led him straight into the trap. The tension hit a breaking point at a candlelight vigil held on what would have been MO3's birthday. Dozens gathered, including some of his closest family, and then they showed up. The crowd split like oil and water. Some stood frozen. Others started whispering. Lil Snoop locked eyes with Ta from across the street. A few people say they saw the try to walk over, maybe to speak, maybe to explain. But before he could, Snoop shouted from the sidewalk, "You don't belong here." Don't act like you wasn't part of this. Phones were up, everyone recording. T didn't say a word. He turned, got in his car, and left. But the clip hit Instagram that night, and the caption underneath said it all. Guilt got legs. It always walks away. A day later, T's lawyer posted a formal statement, said it denies all accusations, claims the recordings were taken out of context, edited, manipulated by people with personal vendettas. The letter also said 'tis cooperating with proper legal authorities. But that line sent fans spiraling. Cooperating with who? People started speculating T was working with law enforcement from the start. Was he pressured? Was he flipped? Was he playing both sides the entire time? And then came the wildest twist yet. A major YouTube page dropped a secretly recorded FaceTime call. Supposedly between T and a former label executive. The voice wasn't confirmed, but fans said it sounded like T's. In it, he says, "I only gave him the tape because they said I had to. I ain't know they was gonna use it like that. I just thought it was for backup." The executive replied, "You didn't read the fine print, bro. You handed them everything." Fans froze. Was he talking about giving up Mo3's studio recordings? Did he sign away surveillance tapes under pressure? And if so, was that before or after Mo3 died? By now, the city was on fire with questions. Mo3's mother broke down during an interview, clutching a chain with his face on it. Tears streaming, she said. They said they loved him. They smiled at him, took pictures with him, spent holidays around him, but behind his back, they was watching, recording. Maybe even helping them know where to find him. Fans were devastated, but Mo3's supporters weren't backing down. People started printing t-shirts with his lyrics. Murals popped up around Dallas. Kids on bikes blasting his songs again. Not just as a tribute, as a warning. Meanwhile, certain pages started getting shadow banned. Blogs reporting too much on the situation started having their posts flagged. One podcast channel got deleted entirely after uploading a 40-minute breakdown titled "How the Industry Set Up Mo3." People were getting scared to speak, scared to dig deeper, but the streets weren't stopping. And then a Dropbox link surfaced again, this time sent by a private account with no followers. Inside the folder, over 100 small audio files Most named things like July 17 conv01.wave or engineer room 3_full.wave. But one file had a title that froze everyone in their tracks. He knew I was wearing it. It was short, barely 20 seconds. MO3’s voice, low and quiet. He wearing it. I saw it on him. He don't even know I know. But when it all comes out, I hope he hear this and realize I saw him the whole time. That clip broke everyone because Mo3 wasn't just being recorded, he was aware, and he said nothing. Maybe because he couldn't, maybe because he knew the moment he called it out publicly, he'd be gone. So he left his truth in pieces, in files, in whispers, in names he never said out loud, and now we're all piecing it together. What happens next is anyone's guess. Maybe more tapes drop, maybe someone close finally speaks, or maybe someone powerful makes sure we never hear the rest. Because this ain't just a story anymore. This is a war between silence and truth. Between who we thought they were and who they really were. And Mo3, he might have known the ending before we ever heard the first verse. Yo, if you made it this far, then you already know. This ain't no regular rap drama. This is deeper, darker, realer. So now I gotta ask you, straight up, what do you believe? Was Mo3's manager really mic'd up the whole time? Was it for protection, or was it part of a plan that Mo3 never escaped? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Argue, debate, bring your receipts, because the streets are watching, and some of y'all got more info than the blogs. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, the way these tapes leaking, we're only just getting started, and if you think this was wild, wait till you hear what we got next. Yeah, I said what I said. Stay dangerous, stay tapped in, and remember, the mic was always on.